Straight ahead on 12 News, thinking big to train big, what the city of Plymouth wants to do to help local athletes. Then, trouble for a turtle, how a road project in Maple Grove needs to account for some slow movers. But first, a prominent Twin Cities hotel developer learns his punishment in a large tax fraud case. 12 News starts right now. The man behind the former Grand Rios Hotel and Water Park is headed to prison for tax evasion. Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Johnson.
And I'm Alexandra Renslow. Prosecutors say it is one of the largest tax fraud cases ever in Minnesota. A judge sentenced Jeffrey Worth of Plymouth to 4.5 years in prison. Worth was accused of failing to report nearly $10 million in company revenue. Instead of paying taxes, prosecutors say Worth diverted company funds to build a multi-million-dollar mansion, which remains unfinished on a Lake Minnetonka island. Court records show other money went to travel, private school tuition, spa treatments, and boating equipment. In addition to prison time, Worth must also pay more than $6 million in restitution. Worth's attorney says his client plans to appeal that amount. Besides Worth, his ex-wife Holly Damiani and his tax preparer Michael Murray also pleaded guilty in the scheme. Those two still await sentencing. Now to a Plymouth project to help local athletes.
The city wants to build a sports training facility to the tune of nearly $1 million. Renee Bonneau explains how the city hopes to pay for it.
Wayzata hockey player Anders Wagi practices just as much off the ice as he does on it.
Right now I'm like 2 to 3 times a week at the Plymouth Arena and then 2 times a week here at the Acceleration place.
He's talking about Acceleration Minnesota, a training center that works with athletes in more than a dozen sports. A center some say has outgrown its current Plymouth location near Highway 55 and Xenium Lane North. That's why the city of Plymouth wants to build a brand new 7,200 square foot training facility at the back of the Plymouth Ice Center. Acceleration Minnesota would lease and run the facility. The city of Plymouth has to come up with some way to foot the estimated $960,000 bill to build it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? And that does pass.
Tuesday night, the city council voted to allow staff to apply for a $325,000 Hennepin County Youth Sports Grant. The city must prove it and its donors can make up the rest of the project cost. So far, Wayzata Youth Hockey Association has pledged to put $100,000 into the project. Park staff says local booster clubs will kick in about $10,000, and other partners are also considering helping.
It's certainly a lot of money to raise, but what we do is work overtime through our members to raise money, and we very well could be soliciting you to buy a pizza.
While many different athletes could benefit, Wayzata Youth Hockey has the most to gain by Acceleration Minnesota moving 2 miles up the road.
It would be extremely convenient because it's right there and you can go on there right after hockey and train after that instead of having to drive all the way over here.
In Plymouth, Renee Bonneau, 12 News.
Plymouth has until October 5th to submit the grant application to Hennepin County. The city should know by the end of the year whether it will get any of that grant money.
While the city of Plymouth awaits word on the proposed training facility, the city is celebrating a new green addition. Take a look at this. This is the new field turf installed at the Plymouth Creek Center field house. City officials say the new turf wears better, plays better, and looks better than the old turf, which had reached its lifespan. The new turf cost about $480,000. It's being paid for through the city's capital improvement budget and through user fees. And the new turf will soon be covered for fall and winter. We're told that the inflatable dome will be put up on October 12th.
Witnesses say a high-pressure gas line break sounded like a jet engine as it spewed gas into the air. The contractor hit the 6-inch line while installing new water and sewer lines near the intersection of 101st Avenue and Noble in Brooklyn Park. The nearby historic Item Farm was evacuated, but no homes were downwind of the gas and there were no injuries.
If your daily commute takes you along County Road 81 in Brooklyn Park and Crystal, perhaps you've noticed all the boarded up businesses. It is all part of the next phase of a major road reconstruction project along the Bottineau Boulevard corridor that will begin in the spring. Through eminent domain, Hennepin County purchased 11 businesses and 3 homes near the intersection of 63rd Avenue and County Road 81. The properties will soon come down and work will begin on overhauling the aging road to improve safety.
We only reconstruct roads once every 50 years, 50 to 60 years. So it's important to get this right and 63rd Avenue is a tough intersection for folks, and we're going to reconstruct that.
The road reconstruction will involve just over a mile stretch from north of Bass Lake Road to north of 63rd Avenue. Meantime, a major road construction project in Maple Grove is nearing completion.
The project covers a 2+ mile span of Bass Lake Road from Vicksburg Lane to Troy Lane, but as Lane Cleveland reports, the construction also makes an effort to help an endangered species of turtle.
Road construction is a sign of progress. In this case, progress takes the shape of safer intersections and more lanes on Bass Lake Road in Maple Grove. At the moment, some of those new lanes are blocked.
Turtles have been around since the age of dinosaurs.
But any hassle for motorists is nothing
First, they look around to see where they're at.
compared to what the Blandings turtle has to face.
They're often on the move. They're a water turtle, but spends quite a bit of time on the land. And if you're in the metro area, it doesn't take much time to run into a road.
Madeline Link says Blandings turtles live at Elm Creek Park Reserve, but face an uphill climb.
Turtles, but also many types of amphibians like salamanders, cannot mount the typical urban curb that is kind of a straight up and down curb.
A large turtle could get over a curb, but many of the smaller turtles cannot.
And therefore they get trapped on the roads. And that, of course, is not a good situation for a turtle because when they meet a car, it doesn't usually do well for the turtle.
That's a fact not lost on the Department of Natural Resources, which is why Maple Grove engineers have installed what they call turtle curbs along sections of Bass Lake Road.
The curb here was designed with a slight slope to it, similar to what you'd see in residential neighborhoods. So it's supposed to let turtles be able to get up and over and cross the street safely.
While the turtle curbs certainly don't guarantee their survival,
Well, I think it's great.
Madeline Link is at least pleased with the effort.
Turtles are part of our fauna and our natural heritage, and losing turtles would not be what we want. I mean, we want to share this world with all forms of wildlife.
In Maple Grove, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
Maple Grove engineers say they've installed about 1,500 total feet of turtle curbs near wetland areas along Bass Lake Road between Vicksburg Lane and County Road 101. Coming up, a full plate of Money Savers deals.
Let's see what's causing a buzz among coupon clippers. And later in sports, Totino Grace battles Spring Lake Park in a key conference game in boys soccer.
But first, your AccuWeather forecast. Money savers have been raving about a new coupon policy at a discount store.
Reporter Shannon Slatton has a roundup of that and more in today's Money Savers report.
This week, Walgreens stores are debuting a rewards program that could add up to savings for your family. It is called Balance Rewards.
It's another loyalty program in addition to Register Rewards, which they're continuing, and it's tied to a loyalty card. And you'll earn points when you make certain purchases.
You can either sign up in-store or online. Then you earn points in two ways. First, you earn points for the money you spend, and then you earn points for buying certain promotional items. The points can be redeemed to use as dollars in the store.
What I'm hearing, different cashiers don't quite understand it, different store managers are giving different answers. So have a little bit of patience over the next few weeks, and if that might cause you a little bit of stress, then wait and get started, maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Also causing a buzz among coupon clippers, the store Dollar Tree, where everything's $1, just started accepting manufacturers' coupons at the end of August, which means every week several items could be free if you use the right coupon for the right product.
The big word of caution with using coupons at Dollar Tree is that most coupons have size restrictions, and often, like on Reynolds Wrap, they're selling a smaller package than what's allowed on the coupon, so you want to make sure you read all the fine print.
If you want to save money on a Halloween costume, mark your calendar for Friday. That's the day Arc's Value Village opens their annual Halloween boutique. This is the busiest time of year for the thrift store, and workers expect people to be lined up outside the door just waiting to get in on Friday morning. Staff members are putting out more than 100,000 Halloween and fall items right now. You can find a Halloween costume, or you can shop for fall decor for your home.
We'll be putting out items every day from now until Halloween. Obviously, the best choice is right away. So We hope that people will come and check out the Halloween boutique, and they can certainly save a lot of money.
And finally, as far as free Halloween entertainment, head on over to the Maple Grove Library for the Murder on Main Street series. 3 authors who specialize in mysteries will be featured by the Friends of the Library program. The first one is on September 29th. We have details on the other authors as well as the new coupon policies we mentioned posted on our website, 12.tv/moneysavers. Mike and Alexandra.
All right, thanks a lot, Shannon. Coming up, people whom you may think twice about giving a hug.
They are runners who don't mind getting covered in slop. We'll show you in a moment. But first in sports, Cooper's volleyball team aims for a win as they get back into conference play. John Jacobson is in next. A couple of really good soccer teams meet head-to-head, and either one could really become the conference champ eventually.
Very good teams, and this was a great battle. Totino Grace ranked in Class A, and Spring Lake Park just outside the top 10 in AA rankings, and it showed. This was a good match all the way through. The North Suburban Conference features some pretty solid teams in boys soccer. The Totino Grace Eagles enter Tuesday's game against rival Spring Lake Park with just 1 loss this season. A key matchup as these two battle Irondale for the conference lead. Totino Grace strikes early. Jackson Richards does some good work between defenders and slips it to Ryan Zerbe for the well-placed shot and goal. It's 1-0 Eagles. They get another as Cameron Miller sends the pass just behind Josh Regenovich to Richards racing in for the goal. He gets roughed up a bit in the celebration, but it's worth it. 2-0 Grace at the half. Their goalkeeper, Brandon Hilliard, comes up big. He wins a race to the ball here to snuff out a scoring chance. And check out his great save here. Hilliard denies Nathan Frazier's shot to keep the Panthers off the board. Hilliard's shutout bid does end when Gabe Benson Johnson scores on a penalty kick, but it's Totino Grace scoring a big 2-1 win on the road.
We've had a long history with these guys. We've always had hard games. It's good to finish strong.
In the girls' match, Spring Lake Park looking to spring an upset, and they get a chance off a corner kick. Natalie Paulson gets a shot. Caitlin Munson fouls, but goalkeeper Gabby Eisfelder makes the save for Grace. 0-0 at the half. Second half, the Panthers continue to play well. Kirsten Whitney turns and shoots, and Eisfelder there again for the save, and we stay scoreless. Grace breaks through with Alex Miller's free kick that's redirected in by Grace Steinhauser. The Eagles grab a 1-0 lead. Watch this one. Great foot control by Whitney off the throw-in, and then a perfectly placed shot. How many goalkeepers in the world are going to get that one? And it's 1-1 headed to overtime. Spring Lake Park gets the best chance in overtime, but Eisfelder makes a strong stop here, and this game ends in a 1-1 tie. It's been an up-and-down season for the Breck boys soccer team. The Mustangs entered their match against Brooklyn Center with a .500 record. Highlights from this Tri-Metro Conference match. Best scoring chance of the first half is by Breck's Stoyle Ganel, but his shot and the rebounder stopped by Centaurs keeper Tommy Rupp, and it's scoreless at halftime. Early in the second half, the Mustangs strike. Andrew Stumpfig with a free kick, knocked around and then buried by Donovan Enivor for a 1-0 lead. Later, Philip Eng wins a race to the loose ball. Rupp a little too aggressive here, and it rolls 40 yards as Javon Shinoiki can't get there in time. It's a goal, and 2-0 Breck. Eng strikes again with a redirect goal off the Stumpvig corner kick for a 3-0 Breck lead. That's the final. Breck is now 6-5 in the season. BC is 0-7-1. Cooper's volleyball team won just 5 matches a year ago. With a little more experience this season, though, the Hawks are enjoying more success. Cooper playing at Columbia Heights in the North Suburban Conference matchup. First game, and Katie Bowler with the set outside to her younger sister Lori for the kill as the Hawks jump out to a 7-1 lead. Later, it's Kylie Christensen setting it to Jocelyn Wayloggy for the attack and kill. Cooper breezes to a 25-8 win. But the Highlanders play much better in game 2. Yupa Vang delivers back-to-back aces to put Heights ahead 9-7, and they led for much of the game. But the Hawks rally late. The quick set to Anna Hendricks for the kill. Cooper wins 25-22 to go up 2-0. Third game, Cooper goes back to the middle, and the kill again from Hendricks. The Hawks jump out to an 8-2 lead. Cooper goes on to win Game 3, 25-11, as they sweep the Highlanders Cooper's now 3-1 in conference matches. A big change for the Hawks from a year ago.
I think we have a lot better chemistry this year, and we work harder in practice and have more fun instead of just always being serious.
A little fun, a little hard work, and it
That's
can be
the
better.
key. You got to have fun doing it. Thanks, John. In Local Vote 2012, we hear from 2 candidates running to represent Golden Valley, Medicine Lake, and parts of Plymouth and St. Louis Park in the state legislature.
It is House District 46A. Republican John Swanson is running against DFL incumbent Ryan Winkler.
I'm John Swanson, and I'm running for state representative in District 46A. I want you to be represented by a citizen legislator, not just by lawyers or career politicians. With my master's degree in economics, I've already had a successful systems management career. Now my wife and I run a small business that helps kids succeed in school. I'm passionate about community service, especially working with poor, at-risk kids. I will use my expertise and experience in education, business, and the economy to create more and better jobs, to spend our tax dollars wisely, and to provide a world-class education for our kids. Go to my website, swansonsforhouse.com, and vote for John Swanson in November. Thank you for your support.
Hi, my name is Ryan Winkler. I'm a state representative running for re-election in District 46A, the cities of Golden Valley, St. Louis Park, Plymouth, and Medicine Lake. I live in Golden Valley with my wife and 3 children, and I'm also a lawyer. So far, luckily, the voters have not held that against me. I work at a biotechnology company, and for the last 7 years, I've worked in industries and businesses that create jobs through innovation. I believe that Minnesota's best economic days are ahead of us if we focus on innovation, improving education, and expanding opportunity for Minnesotans from all walks of life. I ask for your vote this November, and I believe we can do better things for Minnesota.
All right, still ahead, why some runners will be extra stinky and a little gross this weekend.
We're back in just a moment.
Well, finally, a place in Brooklyn Park where runners won't mind getting a little dirty.
This Saturday, the Corn Maze on 109th Avenue will turn into this, a 5K run complete with barbed wire, climbing walls, and of course, mud. It's called the Mud Factor Race. It's considered fitness with an attitude, and you can choose to bypass an obstacle, as some are harder than others, but you're only cheating yourself, as the motto goes. The first wave of runners begin 9 a.m. Spectators are encouraged to attend and encouraged to scream.
Scream?
I feel like we're hearing so much more about those. The Tough Mudder, the Warrior Dash you brought up. It's kind of the fad. So
I'm sure their mothers are so proud.
yes, exactly. It makes for good pictures,
Yeah,
right? Thanks so much for joining us.
Community Corner is coming up next. We'll see you back here again tomorrow.